Hey up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Hope you're all well. Tonight's video is going to be another retro season review, and tonight's going to be Manly-Warringah and their 1996 season. Before I get into the video, thank you to everyone that's recently subscribed to my channel. I'm at 381 subscribers I think at the moment. Trying to get to 400 by the end of November or maybe by the end of the year. The channel's going great at the moment, going smashing. So thank you to everyone that's supported my channel, and thank you to all my recent subscribers. Getting back to this video though, Manly went into the 1996 season after a disappointing 1995 season where they were dominant the whole year, got to the final day of the year against Canterbury Bankstown in the grand final, and they lost that match 17 points to 4. So going in 1996, they were determined to right the wrongs of 1995. And they finished the year top of the table again, minor premiers. 22 games they played, 18 wins, 4 losses, a points differential of 358 plus, so they scored a lot of points that year. They brought in Craig Ennis, Jim Sidoris, Neil Tierney and MJ Kelly. They were the big off-field signings for 1996. Jeff Tuvey was the captain, Bob Fulton was the coach once again. Steve Menzies finished as the top try scorer with 20 tries for the season. The top point scorer for Manly was Matthew Ridge, 165 points. They started the year off with a 44 points to 6 win over South Sydney, and then they followed that up with a 36 points to 22 win over the Gold Coast. And then they lost against North Sydney, their arch rivals, 20 points to 10. And then they went on a bit of a run. They had 9 wins in a row. And then to close out the year, they won their last 4 matches to make the grand final. They beat Eastern Suburbs 16 points to 4 in the first qualifying final. They beat Cronulla 24-0 in the preliminary final. And then they beat St George 20 points to 8 in the grand final. Another interesting stat is that they were undefeated at home for the whole year, hence the nickname Fortress Brookfield. They were undefeated for the entire year. They racked up some big scores throughout the year. A 46 points to 4 win over North Queensland. Sorry, Nick from Australia. A 44-0 win over Parramatta. A 42 points to 12 win over Western Suburbs. And they had 2 big wins over South. 44 points to 6 in round 1. And then towards the end of the year, 48 points to 10, they beat South Sydney. So other contributors to the year were Craig Ennis, he got 13 tries. Danny Moore, he got 13 tries. And John Opawati got 11 tries. Manly were dominant from pretty much start to finish in 1996. As I mentioned earlier, with what happened in 1995, they were determined to right the wrongs of 1995. They went out there and they won the minor premiership, and they won the grand final. And I remember watching Manly. I remember growing up around that time period, and Manly were really dominant. You could see, especially in the beginning of the 1990s, they were starting to build that side. And then from 1995 through to 1997, they were the best team in the competition. They only won the 1 premiership, but when you look at the regular season, and especially the final series, they were the most dominant team. They just, unfortunately, on those 2 other occasions on grand final day, they couldn't get over the line. But in 1996, they were the premiers, and Jeff Tuvey raised the Optus Cup, as it was called back then, at the Sydney Football Stadium. Anyways, everyone, that's my retro season review for Manly-Warringah in 1996. They finished as minor premiers, and then they went on to win the premiership. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you have something to say about the video, or if you were around at the time, or you want to see me do another retro season review, leave your comments in the section below. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to the Rugby League History channel, and go and check me pages out on Facebook and Instagram. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and hope you enjoy your Sunday. Alright, catch us all later. Tatty bye.